What's the number one psychological cheat code for confidence? The fundamental concept we all share that everybody is too shy to admit is heroism. In this video, I'll break down heroism, why it'll give you an advantage, and how to ask the only question that matters. How do you feel heroic? Not too long ago, before I encountered this concept, I was doing fine. I traveled for work. I made my commission. I was on the fast track to success. But there was something missing. I felt like I was floating along, that I didn't have a firm footing on exactly what the heck motivated me, and what and why others were doing what they were doing. Now, at least I have a bit of a mental framework to judge myself and others. And look, judgment is not a negative thing. We all have to do it. The problems with judgments arise when we judge others using a lens that's too specific, when we measure people in feet when they think using meters. Heroism is the ism that we all share. It's a universal truth, a vital truth. We all need to feel heroic, and we're all going about it different ways. When one recognizes this need in oneself and others, one gains confidence, a swagger, and one gains humility for the path that others are taking. If we are going to judge others, heroism is the conceptual lens in which we should do it. William James said, "Mankind's common instinct for reality has always held the world to be essentially a theater for heroism." In times such as ours, there is great pressure to come up with isms to help us understand our dilemma. We have an urge towards simplification, towards vital ideas. The problem arises when this urge towards easy rationalizations slowly disengages us from the truth. Capitalism, feminism, environmentalism, individualism, Hinduism, the list of isms goes on and on. But these are just cover-ups, elaborate adult masks that we use to fool ourselves and others into thinking we're different, that we're special. These isms are what we fight over. We fight over our masks and rarely look underneath because we are afraid. Ernest Becker wrote, "Everything painful and sobering in what psychoanalytic genius and religious genius have discovered about man revolves around the terror of admitting what one is doing to earn his self-esteem." Our universal need for self-esteem, for the feeling of heroism, for cosmic specialness, is terrifying because we can't control it. We can't think or do our way out of this need. Whatever guru says, "Just let go, man," or "Become one with nature, man," is just trying to sell you something and is himself incomplete. We're all incomplete and will never be put back together again, because we were all helpless babies and confused toddlers. Childhood is something none of us escape. Due to the inherent trauma in childhood development, we all have a basic narcissism. This narcissism is easy to see in children. "You gave him more juice," Phil's cup, "but now he has more juice than me." Any parent understands this narcissism because they've seen it firsthand. What is lost on us is that this narcissistic need never goes away. But instead of such blatant and emotional outbursts about juice inequality, adults achieve self-esteem, achieve heroism via nationalism, or vegetarianism, or Catholicism, or racism, or sexism, or ... The theater for heroism is full of acts. The point is, we're all just big children and we all need our metaphorical juice. Now the real question is, what is your juice, and is your juice worth the squeeze? People really aren't complicated. There are very common forms of heroism that change from culture to culture, and within cultures, the individual deviations are not usually drastic. In the modern Western world, people typically are like, "I'm a parent," or "I'm the vice president at company XYZ. And look, these are rather virtuous forms of heroism. Having kids is great. Gaining social status is great. But what's not great is when the person in question isn't aware that they are using these identities to fulfill their need for heroism. This unawareness degenerates into resentment. Instead of owning their heroism, it owns them. We've all seen the exasperated business person who made it to the top, what they always wanted, but then is terribly unhappy. And we've all seen the parent who is overly frustrated with their children, who doesn't want to parent, who thinks maybe divorce and starting something fresh might fix things. These people are living their masks rather than living beneath them. They are all about the ism, when the real happiness is on the level of heroism. When one thinks in heroic terms, one sees beneath the pretty mask and recognizes the humanity beneath it. And no, humanity isn't always pretty. In fact, our narcissistic need can be a bit ugly, but it's a nature that we all share, and that is a beautiful thought. At the end of the day, surface-level identifiers just simply don't last. The vegetarian sneaks a bit of turkey at Thanksgiving while the family isn't looking. The parent watches their kid grow up and move away. The workaholic eventually retires. What remains is that need for heroism. Narcissism can't be eliminated, only more gracefully covered up. So the next time you feel less confident than the next guy, just ask, what is their form of heroism? The answer probably won't impress you. In fact, you may end up pitying them knowing that their juice is merely Kool-Aid, and that Kool-Aid ain't so fresh. What is fresh is your swagger. You know your heroism, you chose the juice to fill your cup with. And that's the sweetest juice. Alright, thanks for watching and listening. I hope this resonated with you. If so, like and subscribe. Peace.